Hello everyone, my name is Owl and welcome to a video about how I made my Silver the Hedgehog wig. As a somewhat seasoned Sonic character cosplayer who has tackled a few difficult wigs over the years, I wanted to share my process in the hope that it may help some of you that want to tackle your own Sonic wigs but perhaps don't know where to start. This video was long overdue, mostly due to me moving house and my fear of being perceived. So here I am, pushing myself out of my comfort zone. Feel free to drop a comment if you have any questions and I'll do my best to help you. I hope that you enjoy the video. Here is a quick overview of the materials I used to create this wig. I will go into more detail throughout the video. This is a wig base that I have harvested all of the hair from to use as wefts. I recommend using a high quality wig if possible for both better quality wefts and a good sized base to work from that will cover the full head. I covered the entire base of the wig in batting, which you can buy from places like eBay. It's commonly used in quilting. I hot glued the batting onto the wig base and used pins to ensure that the base of the wig was being stretched to fill the circumference of the wig head. I recommend using a fabric wig in a circumference size as close to your own head size as possible. The beginning stage was very much trial and error, referring to reference images often and seeing how the spikes would fit. At this stage, I also started on the patterns for the front hair pieces. I traced these out onto some felt. Using some hot glue, I then placed the pieces together. I also wanted to pin the pieces onto the wig just to quickly check and make sure that it would look okay and translate exactly how I wanted it to. I did have a slight change of plan here, so originally I was going to make the spikes exactly like I did for my Sonic and Shadow wig, but I realised that wasn't really going to work for Silver. It really needed to be part of the actual batting itself. And so the long, somewhat excruciating process of covering the wig in hair begins. I mixed together some tacky glue with a tiny pot of water, and using a spatula, I then spread this mixture thoroughly across the wig strands. So I'll repeat this process for each strand, and I would also use a hairdryer afterwards as well to make sure that it's fully dried. I then used some hot glue to secure this piece onto the felt. One good thing about using the Coscraft wefts as opposed to harvesting wefts from a wig, you'll find that it's much easier to work with. Your hands won't be getting so stuck together using the glue mixture, so I really do recommend getting some Coscraft wefts if they have them in the right colour that you're looking for. It was basically like getting into this almost flow-like state of adding the tacky glue mixture onto the wig weft, putting that onto the felt, using the spatula to like flatten it down and making sure that there's no stray hairs poking out as well. I'd then use the hairdryer and finally I would hot glue the piece down. It was very time consuming, but honestly I love to create these kinds of wigs. I think they're really fun and extravagant and I like how they stand out. So although it's time consuming, I found some things to do. I watched a lot of videos, listened to a lot of podcasts, so that definitely helped pass the time. I actually recorded this video back when I was living in my flat, and I would just have this one table that I would work from, eat from, and make the cosplay stuff on. So as you can imagine, it was really inconvenient to have to wipe down this table every night or every time I was working on the wig. Thankfully, I don't have to do this anymore. I actually have a dedicated cosplay space. I feel like I've taken a sort of unplanned hiatus from YouTube recently. Definitely wasn't intentional, but of course life gets in the way. I do have a few ideas for the channel that I will be getting started on soon, and I'm really excited to share with everyone. This year I am going to be taking a little bit of a break from making these kinds of wigs because I made 2 wigs in a really short span of time and it really burnt me out, and I really want to enjoy making these and not have it feel like it's work or it's a chore and that kind of thing. So this year I'm focusing on like easier wigs. Not to say I'm not going to attempt some monstrosity of a wig when I suddenly get inspired, because that's what happens. I used some Got2b hairspray here just to keep the wig flat and minimise any stray hairs. Lastly, in any gaps that I spotted, I just added some extra wefts. And yeah, this is basically finishing everything off. I forgot to mention as well, but I also tried the wig on. I wasn't 100% happy with how it was sitting on my head, so I did go in at the back and I added some additional hair afterwards. It is really important to try the wig on at points, just because you don't always 100% know how it's going to fit and if there's any adjustments to be made. So I do recommend that. Don't be like me and leave it right till the end. Okay, so my original ambitious idea was to have all of the front pieces attached via magnets. Unfortunately, that wasn't possible here just because of how thick the front of the wig ended up being. So instead, I decided to glue the leaf part, as you will, down onto the front and then have the side pieces just attached via magnets. I've made 5 of these wigs in total now, and it's actually amazing how much each wig has taught me. I'm also spending a lot less time on them now. My original shadow wig took me about 3 months of work, and I reckon I could get one of these done in a few weeks now, give or take. The last wig I made was this supersonic wig for my friend. I used a slightly different technique here, but I think it turned out really cool. Thank you so much for watching my video. I hope you learned something new, or that it at least inspired you. If you have any questions, just let me know. I'll do my best to help, and until next time.